So now we are going to move on to our next speaker of the conference day. Our next speaker is Dr. Svetlana Yaschuk. She is a candidate of Psychological Sciences, Associate Professor of the Department of Psychology at the A.S. Pushkin Brest State University, with over 20 years of experience working in the university. She teaches undergraduate and graduate courses, as well as in the Institute of Advanced Studies on History of Psychology, Personality Psychology, Foundations of Socio-Psychological Training, Psychophysiology, and Self-Management's Fundamentals. Her research interests include training in symbol drama, Neuro-Linguistic Programming, Psychosynthesis, working with Eidetic Memory, Meditative Auto-Training, and Reiki. In the field of practical work, she conducts individual counseling and leads training groups. Currently, her focus is on the practical era of human internal resources development, based on which she has developed an author's methodology called the Conscious Transformation System. The title of her presentation today is Self-Worth as a Condition for Self-Acceptance. Please join me now in giving a warm welcome to Dr. Svetlana Yaschuk.
Thank you so much. Dear participants of the second pedagogical conference, I'm happy to greet you. I'm happy to see friends that I already got acquainted with, and I'm very pleased that I'm also participate in this process of change of education in null environment, because there are people who have soul and mind. That it's what Professor Kornilov mentioned before, that's so important for development of human being. And indeed, it is very important to us. And maybe because of this, their interest is of an adult who is, how is he developed? Why is that? Because in the system of child and adult, it's important to us because the adult shows to a little person, a child who came to this world, how the world works, how we work, what a man is, what a person is, and what's the internal world, and what's the huge resources that a person has that lives in this world that's so uncertain and so unpredictable. So of course this matter was a huge interest to me and to those who understand that analysis of practical and theoretical questions leads to, indeed, we need to understand, do we have as people some kind of internal resource that will help us to live and at any moment of our life and life events that happen to us. So of course this was the attention to this, the popularity was so obvious that we saw that the relationship between people that developed not only in the small area but in the whole world or on the whole planet. So what happens to people? So I emphasize that an adult in particular who will lead to the development, good development of the world, or an opposite will be an obstacle to the development. So our practical activity is involved in all conferences, and we looked in the internal world of a person, what kind of resources a person has, and what would allow a person to strive in life and to overcome any difficulties. So that's why we have developed this program, System of Transformation, where we came to a certain conclusion. So what is the basis for an adult that is some people that are given the same conditions thrive in life and understand how to deal with the adversities and others cannot. And there are some states that a person doesn't want to live in this world at all. So when we researched all of that, we came to the conclusion that basic feeling in a person is a feeling of love. And indeed, that corresponded to when I listened to Michael Lightman, when he wished to everybody, when he said, just love one another, not for anything, just because you're people. And he said that love is the most important feeling for a person. And it does exist in nature. And only based on love, any development, any relationship between people could be built. And then any other questions will be solved on a different new level, beginning from one emotion, love, and then we'll come to a different frequency of the vibration of the person. It's not an egoistic condition. It's a different tendency in development of a person. So that's why during 3 years, we worked with adults. Of course, this is just the beginning. I listen to the scientists and presenters that I hear here today. And maybe our not so huge experience, but nevertheless, it shows some evidence what way, what conditions we could give to person, for the person to understand his inner resources. So when we say basis of our program, it doesn't mean that we don't study other conditions. The basis is resource of love. It's our main mechanism that we used up to date. So I would like to share with you some of the parts and illustrate how our practical activity is implemented. So this video that I'm going to show, you'll see how we start our work. First of all, we illustrate our system on the basis of our university. We call it masterclass. And so some of the elements of it I would like you to see right now.
Итак, меня зовут Ульянова. Итак, меня зовут Ульянова Анна Юрьевна, я старший преподаватель.
I'm Elena Yurba. I'm specialist psychosynthesis, and I work in the human transformation. People who are here with us for a long time, they're the new people here, and who hears first time, they will introduce themselves. I'm a master in psychology, and I work in the system of conscious transformation more than 5 years. And so I work with individuals, we work with individuals and with groups as well. One of the topics that we look at here is the individual transformation. Changes in person's feeling, because where the person is, it doesn't matter what profession the person has, everyone has feelings. And indeed, this is the topic that is familiar and common to everyone. Alexander, please. I'm master in psychology. And I work with the inner states of a person in a system of inner transformation. What is the system of conscious transformation? When we talk about it, first of all, I would not say that every one of us is a certain state. So it depends. Sometimes it even depends on the weather. And all the states that reflect psychological state of a person. So our task today is to use tools of system of transformation. It's a conscious approach through your consciousness. So you will pay attention to what part of the body is affected by your thoughts. We'll show you some aids. And we can monitor what's changed in you. So, for example, if you see on the rain, you can choose the way you feel about it. So it'll be more natural and understandable to you. So our system is to self-evaluation. So the system of transformation allows us to work with our inner resources. So to realize what you want. Maybe you're a little bit embarrassed. Maybe you experience other feelings. But your feelings, the way you experience them, they can be changed. So we could change your feelings, the way you feel about yourself, your condition, your states with the system. And you can do it, you can learn how to do it easily. But today we work with some kind of obstacles. So what feelings don't allow us to feel positively about ourselves? So today we will show you and explain what self-evaluation is. So what could be in the way of experience positive feelings for you? So now you saw just one part of our work. The topics could be different, but they all developed in a concept of system of transformation. Our group studies the material for 9 months. For us to approach to our inner resources and open the heart so the person would feel love, of course, necessary to understand what else person has. And it was determined that there are multiple feelings that person could have, and mostly now in our world, there are fears. So we work with fears, feelings of hurt and guilt, and when we work with the first module, so it's like a little button that we open up and it flourishes, and then we'll look at the nucleus of it. So to come to that center, we need to look at the externality first. So again, I'd like to emphasize that here we also use the approach that we show through rules and principles of our system, and it's different from regular work with fear, guilt, and hurt. So we teach our students and everybody who interacts with us. So there's any situation has a silver lining in it. With this approach of solving any life situation has a different outcome. For example, work with the managing of fear. I warned you before that our meeting is going to be a little bit controversial. So if you experience fear, you need to deal with that. So if you came here, then it's evident that you experience fear in your life, and you cannot just get rid of it. So it turned out that fear follows us everywhere, isn't it? So how can we get rid of it? You can lose love, you can run out of patience, kindness. What kind of kindness? We only see evil everywhere, but the fear is always with us. Any other feelings you can manage more or less, but the fear, and this is a paradox. On one hand, people don't want to experience fear, they want to experience positive feelings. But I say, love your fears, and therefore, in a time for our interactions, we need to do some work.
В то же время у меня напряжение нарастает, и я просто не нахожусь в места и готова взлететь куда-нибудь туда. Вот.
So I was overcome by feelings of fear, and I just could not run out of them. I wanted to be active. I wanted to live full life, but I couldn't.
Если ближе посмотреть, некоторые похожи, вот такими воду бросаешь, цветочек такой, да, вот, и значит, вот эти вот все вещи как бы наполняют, ну, я сейчас то есть были внутри появилось ощущение такой растекаемости, течения, плавности, умиротворения. То есть страх, он как бы вошел сюда и подвижется с тобой. Ну, вот у меня такой страх, как меня видит, страх защиты в этом направлении. Вот. И когда я об этом думала, как всегда представляется процесс, вот ощущения, потому что я не знаю, как это будет, что там будут за люди, как они будут меня слушать, как они будут настроены, меня слышать, вот ощущение вот это напряжения, тревожности, там, скажем, делать ошибку, надо что-то не то и так далее. Но сразу мы начали рисовать, и то есть у меня это рисовалось не визуально, как у нас не охрана пошло, я начала рисовать, переводила вот таким тоном, холодным, сразу у меня появилась блок, и автоматически
So it seems like through drawings you can manage your fears.
раскрывает вот, дающий вот эту силу, объем, который наполняет, выводит на какой-то другой новый уровень. Вот я написала, да, наполняющий, возвышающий, увеличивающий силу и так далее. То есть у меня вот сразу быстро так получилось его трансформировать.
Ну, я думаю, тут итогов подводить не надо, да? Вы подвели своими действиями, но последний итог там какой? Скажите, пожалуйста, что здесь нужно убрать в этом слое? Что бы вы
So
сделали?
please tell me what you can take out of this sentence, what word you can leave and what word you can keep and what word you would want to take out of this. So just erase it. It doesn't mean that we erased here. You know what you can, how you can deal with this. So the same you do in your notebooks. So this is one of the elements in working with fear. Those are our courses. And the same way we work with hurt and guilt. The elements, of course, vary. But from 9 months, we transition to 6 months of studying. When people experience that tension is dissolved in them. And people come to new feelings, new experience, new states, different from what they had before. And in the second stage, we start working with understanding of their inner resources. And the person starts realizing that, yes, the person does have inner resources and he could manage them. And then amazing things come to that person. It's a reality that the reality the person experiences is different now. So, of course, some of the elements were borrowed from other psychological technologies, methodologies. Neuro-linguistic programs show how the neurology of person works. And some scientists that develop psychotechnologies has their own methodologies, but we have our own methodology. But I'd like to ask if you have those emotions to show to you how to change your emotional state in a short time. If you'd like, I'd like to show you some of the methods right now, if you agree. The men, they also like to participate in this practice. Then let's do this. This is just one of the elements of the system. Not all of them, of course. Our world, of course, consists of all kinds of emotions. We have thoughts. We have a lot of thoughts. That's true. But any clever, very interesting thought is accompanied by feeling, emotion. So, for example, if, for example, we feel fear, if you agree with me, it reflects in our physical sensation, like like for example, in your neck, in the back of your neck. And they said, just massage your back of your neck a little bit. It will relieve you of that feeling. But if we feel joy, if you agree with me, we can feel some kind of lightness in our body. So the feeling gives us information of what the body experiences. So I'd like right now for you to think of some kind of joyful situation in your life. Maybe some kind of joy that if you remember something very good in your life, and when you experience very positive, joyful feelings, maybe if you give me some kind of smile or something, so I would understand what you experience right now. And now, please, dear colleagues and friends, I would like you to sit comfortably and we'll enter your inner world. Maybe you just sit comfortably and close your eyes for a short period of time, please. Okay, close your eyes. Okay, you're comfortable. Maybe have some pillow or something with your back and just relax. And now, with your eyes closed, and feel your breathing, how easily and relaxed your breathing is. So how every cell in your body is relaxed. And then your inner consciousness is so clear, so nice and beautiful. And now just imagine this situation or picture from your life that's very joyful. And look at that picture with great attention. It brought joy to your life. And now start to feel what you feel in your body. What feelings, what emotions give you this nice memory, this wonderful depiction? Where is it located in your body? That joyful feeling, that positive sensation. So locate that positive emotion in your body. And now turn on your intuition and try to depict for yourself what color that energy of joy takes shape when you work wonderfully. I can feel that. And now when you felt that joy and depicted that color, now that place where you locate your joyful emotion, try to grow that place. Try to grow that emotion and see that color, that beautiful color, fills up all your body, all your internal state, the whole you. And keep that state. And thank yourself for this wonderful work. So maybe you can give me some feedback, what you feel, how it worked on you.
Thank you very much, dear Professor Yaschuk. I do really apologize, and because of the timing, we are really exceeding now the time allotted, and we still have some more presenters. So I would like to invite everyone to probably share, I'm going to share the email address. So if you would like, please, to share this experience further and share your feedback with us, we are sharing now the email address, and please, I encourage you to give your feedback. So it's our conference email. And I thank you, Dr. Yaschuk, for that insightful presentation. Please, everyone, give a warm applause. Thank you very much. And
Thank
for
you.
as well, please forward them to the conference email. Thank you.
Thank you so much.